Tesla will host its annual shareholder meeting on Thursday, August 4th at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Here are my expectations of what will and won't happen and my predictions for the meeting. First, Tesla's stock split will pass without a hitch. I'm including this because it's an item that's being voted on at the meeting, but I expect it to pass without a problem. Second, I expect Tesla to continue to reiterate their 50% year-over-year growth for the next few years. This was reiterated in the Q2 earnings, and I expect this to become a theme for the rest of the year. Next, I expect Tesla to generate a lot of buzz around the second half of this year's potential. This is due to the fact that Tesla will need to ship roughly 900,000 cars in the second half of the year to reach their 50% growth target for 2022. I expect Tesla to continue driving this narrative to keep investors very excited. Next, full self-driving's impact to profitability will be restated along with its cash flow implications. Those that follow Tesla closely know that this is going to be a giant cash cow for the company, and given Elon's recent optimism about the completion of the software, I think the company will continue to reiterate its potential in this meeting. I also expect a very large focus on scaling the 4680 battery technology. This is currently Tesla's largest bottleneck, and since the 4680 is super important for next year's growth, I expect Elon and Tesla to spend quite a bit of time talking about this. And I also expect quite a bit of focus on energy and its potential into next year. Tesla Energy has been the red-headed stepchild for Tesla for quite a few years now, but now that the pressures from the supply chain shock from the COVID pandemic are subsiding, I expect Tesla to refocus a lot of their energy and attention on this part of the business. Now for the things that I don't expect will happen. First, I don't think there'll be any info around the bot or AGI. I think these topics will be saved for AI Day Part 2, which is slated for September 30th of this year. There will also be very little mention of Cybertruck. Tesla has way too many orders and way too big of a backlog for Cybertruck, and saying anything positive about the product line is only going to make these wait times longer. And third, I don't expect any new products being unveiled at this meeting. Any new products should be unveiled at their own event. Now here are my predictions. I predict Master Plan Part 3 will be unveiled at this meeting. I give this an 80% chance of happening. This will be the perfect forum for Elon and Tesla to outline just how they are planning to scale. And given their ambitious goal of 20 million cars by 2030 and Elon teasing Master Plan Part 3 recently, this will be the perfect place to tell us exactly what it's about. I also predict a new compensation package to be unveiled that's tied to the execution of Master Plan Part 3. I give this a 50% chance of happening. Given that Elon's likely to complete all the tranches of his current plan, it makes sense for the board to unveil a new plan, and I think this is the right forum to do so. Third, I predict Andrej Karpathy's replacement will be announced in this meeting, and I give this about a 30% chance of happening. Investors have raised a lot of questions about his departure, and although Tesla, I think, will be completely fine, this is a good forum to introduce a new leader and allow that person to introduce themselves to the investor community. Next, I predict announcements of partnerships with automakers that are tied to supercharger usage or taking on Tesla's supercharger standard. I give this roughly 20% chance of happening. And this is tied to Elon's recent comments around how supercharging is going to become open to other manufacturers. I think there's an opportunity here for Tesla to announce partnerships with other automakers where this becomes a standard with the intention of creating the Tesla charger the standard across the entire industry. And my last prediction is that Tesla will announce 2 new Gigafactory locations with their expected launch dates. I only give this a 10% chance of happening, and I think it's highly unlikely. However, if Tesla is talking about Master Plan Part 3 and scaling and getting to a production rate of 20 million cars per year by 2030, additional Gigafactories need to be part of that equation. However, there is a chance that it's too early to talk about this, but I just threw it in here just to see if it becomes true. What are your predictions? What are your expectations? Drop them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you throw me a like. Thank you so much for watching.